Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Freshly Squeezed, where I'm not here for the tea, but I do have the juice. So I'm AlexandriaDLemon, and this is the place where hot topics meet real life lessons. That's right, I'm taking trending topics and trending moments and squeezing out the lessons that can help you grow and elevate in your everyday life. So today's episode is, juicy, but not just because it's about selling sunset drama, but we're diving into the scene where, the scene where Bree gets word that Chelsea's husband is a low-down, cheating, dirty dog, okay?
Told me that her friend, who she's still very close with and sees, lives at the W Hotel in Hollywood, and that he saw your husband at the W Hotel in Hollywood with some girl.
Now, all this comes after Chelsea made it really clear last season that she wasn't feeling Bree, she wasn't feeling her relationship with Nick Cannon, and I mean, let's be real. The man is complicated. He has 11 kids by multiple women. He out here creating broken homes and doing all the things, like all the things. Now, what's the lesson in all of this? It's all about judgment. See, we've all heard the phrase, thou shalt not judge, honey. That is Luke 6:37. Let's be honest. It's easy to judge people when their life looks nothing like ours. But here's the thing. Life has a funny way of flipping the script, and you might find yourself in the exact position as the person you were judging. So today I'm breaking down why judgment can be dangerous, and I'm giving you some tips on how to approach situations with empathy instead of judgment. So let's get into it. First up, let's talk about judgment and perspective. When Chelsea judged Bree in Bree's first season, she was really judging harshly on her relationship with Nick Cannon, and she came from a very strong place of opinion and even morality. But what happens when we judge other people? We begin to see things from a very narrow point of view. It's really easy to sit on our high horse when somebody else's life doesn't match our own standards. But what happens when our views change? Now, Chelsea is finding herself in an uncomfortable position. She dealing with her husband's infidelity and the rumors, and now she's doing what she should have been doing from the jump, which is worrying about her own man. Do not get me wrong, this is not a Chelsea hate train. I love me some Chelsea. She is a beautiful, gorgeous black woman. She's the only black woman on that show holding it down, which I know is not easy. And on this season, we can see like it's really not easy for her. And maybe even part of her decision when she was, judging Bree so hard last season was, just to keep her stake in the show. I don't know. But the takeaway here is don't judge someone and their choices just because they're different from the choice that you would make. You never know when life will challenge your perspective. Now let's move on to empathy versus assumptions. So Chelsea assumed that she had it all figured out, y'all. She was judging Bree. She was like, ooh, Miss Perfect. That's me. But instead of jumping to conclusions about other people's lives, what if we just try to understand them instead? That's where empathy really comes in. Instead of assuming you know someone's stories, take a moment and consider just what they might be going through. A really amazing example of this is how Bree really gently delivered that message to Chelsea, who is probably her least favorite person at work right now. And that was really a boss move on Bree's end. Like, she came from a place of, hey, I had a husband. He cheated on me with multiple women. Like, I've been here before. It's horrible. I wouldn't want anyone to go through that. Like, it just doesn't get more empathetic than that. She was very sincere. Let me know down in the comments if you feel like Bree was sincere or if you feel like she wasn't. Imagine if Chelsea had to approach Bree with empathy instead of judgment, like from the very beginning. Their relationship could have been so different. And maybe, just maybe, Chelsea wouldn't be facing the level of scrutiny that she's facing now. Y'all, life has a way of humbling us, doesn't it? Like, doesn't it? One moment you on top of the world, you that girl, everything's going right, and then next, you're facing something that you never thought could happen to you. That's why it's so important to be careful when you're judging other people. You might think you're immune to certain situations, but life has a way of showing us that nobody is above the challenges of just being human. Like, no one's above that. Chelsea's story is a prime example of this. She was so quick to call out Bree, and now look where she is. Dealing with her own brokenness, her own issues of infidelity, her own public scrutiny. Life is unpredictable, and the roles we play can change just like that in an instant. Gossip is like a double-edged sword. It might seem harmless or even entertaining, because y'all know we get on this here WWW and get to laughing and kikiing, but gossip often causes more harm than good. When Chelsea was judging Bree, she opened herself up, y'all. She opened herself up to that same type of gossip to just turn around and bite her in the you know what. Gossip does not just hurt the people that are being talked about, but it creates an environment of where all support is just broken down. Support just gone. I mean, because now everybody's gossiping. Bree came to Chelsea, very genuine, very demure, okay? And then now she doesn't even know if she can believe Bree just based on their history. I mean, Emma just kicked her and Bree's friendship out the window, and poor little Chriselle, she don't know what to do. It's a mess. If you take anything from this episode, let it be this. Instead of feeding into gossip, be the person who stands up for something better. Be the one who practices empathy and seeks to understand rather than judge. Publicly criticizing others can backfire in a really big way. Chelsea was very vocal about her disapproval of Bree. Now she's in a position where she's facing public scrutiny. When you make your judgments loud and proud, expect to be met with that same karma. You are inviting people to look into your life through that same lens that you judge with. And we've all seen it happen. Somebody judges real harsh, and in the moment their life gets complicated, people do not hesitate to turn the tables on them. Like, they cannot wait to say, look at you. Like, that's why it's so important to be mindful of how you treat other people, especially in public and especially on this here internet and television. Okay, so let's talk about grace. Instead of judging others, what if we practice a little bit more grace? Everybody is fighting their own battles that we don't know anything about. So offering grace instead of criticism can really open us up to deeper connections, stronger relationships, and honestly, just a more peaceful life overall. When you lead with grace, you are not only helping other people, but you're giving yourself room to grow. You're giving yourself room to make mistakes. You're acknowledging that nobody is perfect, and we all have something that we can learn from each other. To wrap this video up, let's just go over some final things. Instead of judging others for their mistakes, let's try and learn from each other. Let's learn from the Chelsea and Bree situation. Let's use it as a reminder that life is all about teachable moments. Rather than looking down on someone for their choices, ask yourself, what can I learn from that person's experience? The truth is, we are just all trying to figure it out. So why not take moments like those and instead of judging, turn them into opportunities for growth? I hope you enjoyed this episode of Freshly Squeezed. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe, y'all. Just hit that button. I'll be back with more refreshing takes on life's real lessons. And remember, it's no tea here, just juice. Until next time, I'm AlexandriaDLemon. I'll see you next time.